How to speed up writing LinkedIn messages. Now, this is the biggest complaint of anyone that joins us, whether a trainee or whether they've got 20 years of experience. They just don't understand how we can write the level of quality of LinkedIn messages that we do in the time that we do it. So to repeat, we've looked at the data. If you can send 10 or more LinkedIn messages in under 60 minutes, you are going to be much more likely to get a number from that than if you're not going to. So really, really simple stuff to start off with. It starts with a start, 3 pull factors, and an end. Make sure you've got your process in mind of how you're going to write it. A LinkedIn message, really simply, anywhere between 100 and 150 words. It shouldn't take that long, and profile in under 30 seconds. Don't overthink things. Write a LinkedIn message. Only focus on one job when writing LinkedIn messages. Don't go from one job to another job to another job to another job. You're going to lose the flow. And finally, as well, bear in mind, edit after you write the message. Don't edit during it. You'll create a Frankenstein. It's going to be incoherent. It's not going to have a natural flow. People want to see that natural flow. So again, if you're taking too long to write it, it's not going to seem natural. People aren't going to want to buy what you're selling, and it's just not going to really make sense. So it's all well and good me saying this once you've got the flow, but how do we get the flow originally? So 2 things to bear in mind. If I asked each individual here to write their name down, it's going to take, let's say, 2 seconds. If I say we're going to speed that up by taking out every other letter of their name, theoretically you're writing half the letters. So it should theoretically take half the time. But it doesn't. It's a new skill. It will take longer than ever before. Actually, it's going to take around 8 to 10 times longer if you want to try it. It's 16 to 20 seconds to actually think about what you've got to do. And naturally, it will take more time. However, after doing something 8 times, it creates a habit. So you've got to do something over and over again in the style, in a positive manner to start creating a habit. And that time will start plummeting down until, lo and behold, you're able to write your name in 1 second using every other letter rather than 2 because you've created the habit. Your brain knows what to do. It creates that shortcut. So it may seem impossible, but it is very real. The other thing as well is the focus. There's a road in Nevada somewhere where it's got 1 lamppost on it. And guess what? Every single person crashes into that 1 lamppost. There's no tire marks going off in the desert. Why? It's because the focus is, I don't want to crash, I don't want to crash, I don't want to crash. So guess what? They crash. However, that does transfer into this. People start writing LinkedIn messages and say, oh my God, I'm slow. Oh my God, I'm slow. Oh my God, I'm slow. So guess what? They're slow. Instead, let's think about becoming faster. Let's treat this like an exercise. Let's treat this like going to the gym. So we get a stopwatch, we get a pen and paper, and we write a message. We time how quickly we wrote that message, if it's coherent and a good one, of course, and then we write that time down. The next thing we do, we change our focus from, oh my God, I'm slow, to I want to do this quicker. The focus is changed, we time it again, and we go again, and we get it quicker and quicker and quicker until we're hitting the 5-minute mark in terms of LinkedIn messages. So again, to reiterate, the most important things is have a positive outcome, have a positive focus on what you're going to do, profile the individuals, realistically, before you go to message them, only message them about one job. Organize yourself thoroughly before you start any project. Have 10 to 12 people ready to go. Don't go scrambling around for names and numbers and email addresses and all the rest of it before you start the sprint. Make sure you're thoroughly organized, focusing on one job, and you'll be absolutely fine.